Alert. This is for tomorrow for the potential for severe thunderstorms, maybe even a chance for some tornadic activity as we go through the morning and afternoon tomorrow afternoon. We'll go through all the timing and everything, give you some safety tips, tell you the difference between watch and warning, all that right here as we go through the next few minutes. So timing for this, it's with a cold front. A cold front's coming through here. We're expecting the cold front to pass between, I would say right now, one model showing it between 11 and 1. Another model shows it a little bit later. So 10 to 4 is a good time frame to expect this kind of weather with this front. So that's what we'll ballpark it as for now, and we'll show you the timing of it with our weather models. Rain, thunderstorms, certainly possible. Could see some severe thunderstorms, which could mean large hail. Also some high wind gusts over 58 miles per hour, regardless of the front. All day tomorrow and even tonight is going to be breezy to windy, so be prepared for that. You know, garbage cans rolling around, things like that in the yard. And what do you need? You need to watch the forecast and stay updated on this one. This isn't a snowstorm or anything like that. That evolves slowly. This happens fast. So we get this cold front, we get a tornado watch maybe, or a severe thunderstorm watch, and then we start seeing some severe thunderstorm warnings possibly, maybe a tornado warning, and that's when you need to take action, right? So you need to have a plan right now. You can also download our WLTX Plus app and get all the alerts that we have for you on there too. So I can't stress that enough to have a plan. We talked about this last week. Make sure you have a plan in place, what to do in case there's lightning and you're outside, seek shelter. If there's a tornado warning in your area, you need to take shelter. I'll show you exactly where you should go if you have that. Now, here's the situation. This front is out in the Midwest now, or in the central part of the country. It already has a history of some tornadic activity. There have been a few tornado warnings associated with this front. They've been a little farther to the north, kind of like where this red area is here, but still, it already has a history of that. It's not the same area, but sometimes that means something for us. Now, here's what they did. The Storm Prediction Center, all they do is look across the country and decide where the biggest severe thunderstorm or severe weather threat is for each day. And for tomorrow, they've got us in the moderate category. Now that is a pretty high, I mean, there's only the high category left there. That's a pretty strong indication that we have a very good chance for severe thunderstorms, if not maybe some tornadoes. And the enhanced area is right in the middle, so that's a moderate chance for severe thunderstorm or tornadic activity. And then you got the marginal is green, and then the yellow is the category 2. So what this means is we have a good chance to see severe thunderstorms and possibly some tornadoes. You can see a little bit more zoomed in here. This definitely clips the higher moderate category, definitely clips the Midlands, and the whole area, almost the whole state, is under at least the enhanced area, which is a moderate chance for severe thunderstorm activity. Now, the timing, and we'll keep hitting this timing because it's very important. This is kind of our estimate of what the timing is according to the models and everything. It looks like between 10 a.m. and noon, the front will be in the western part of the Midlands, crossing over Columbia probably around noon or so, and then in the afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m. in the eastern part of the Midlands. Now, this isn't exact. That's why it's kind of ballpark by hours. But this is the general time frame that we could be impacted by these storms. But be flexible on that because timing may change. Although it's been pretty good the last few days as far as being consistent with the timing, which is good to see. Here's the severe weather categories. The lowest is marginal. There's also one at just general thunderstorms below that. But marginal, you can see isolated severe thunderstorms possible. Slight is scattered. Enhanced, numerous severe thunderstorms possible, and more persistent, more widespread. And then there's the red category where a big chunk of us are in. Long-lived, widespread, severe thunderstorm possible, intense too. So this is a pretty good chance. I mean, like I said, it only goes up one more category. This is a good chance for severe thunderstorms at least. And there's also a chance for tornadoes as well. So this breaks down, the chance for winds. As I said, it's not just with the cold front. We have pretty good sustained winds probably all day tomorrow. With the cold front, with thunderstorm activity, you could see gusts 58 or 60 miles an hour plus, right? And then for the tornado chance, there's a high chance there for strong tornadoes. And what do we say strong? Anything from an EF2 and above. Compare that to last week, we had an EF0. That was the one. It was the weakest on the chart there. So these could be pretty strong tornadoes. And you can see the pink category comes down into the northeast part of the Midlands, and the red area covers just about everything else with a chance. So a chance for tornadoes. There's also a chance for hail. I would say the biggest threat is the severe thunderstorm activity, heavy, moderate to heavy rain, maybe some flooding. But the severe thunderstorms with the high winds, some large hail, this kind of breaks down what we expect as far as a better category rating here, at least something more simple. A moderate chance for tornadoes, a low chance for heavy rain. You could see like a burst of moderate to heavy rain with a thunderstorm, of course. Severe hail or large hail, 1 inch or greater, that's what they categorize as severe. That's a low to moderate chance. And damaging winds. The winds are probably the worst thing. Of course, you get the winds with the tornadoes if you have a tornado. So the winds would cause the most damage. And that's not just with the front, as I mentioned. That's pretty much all day tomorrow, from morning all the way through night. Now, just remember the difference between a warning and a watch. Okay, a watch means conditions are favorable to see whatever you're talking about. If it's a severe thunderstorm watch, conditions are favorable to see that. When it goes to warning, that's when it's happening now or it's going to happen, right? So just make sure you know exactly what to do in case we have a severe thunderstorm or even a tornado warning. That's when you really need to take action. But now is the time, or you should already have that plan in place. And I'll get into that here in a little bit. Now, the warning there, you can see a tornado is happening or it's going to happen. It's imminent. And usually the Doppler radar the Weather Service has will show them, some software shows them, it's called a TVS, Tornadic Vortex Signature, and they can issue a tornado warning based on that too. And they don't have to actually see it. They can do it just from the radar. And they're pretty accurate. The ones we saw yesterday, or Thursday, were confirmed. At least a couple of them were. Now, if you live in an apartment building, go inward if you can, the innermost part of the building, go to the lowest floor if possible. Always in any building, the lowest floor possible, away from windows, in an interior closet, something like that. And make sure you protect your head and all that kind of stuff, right? So if you're in a house, make sure that you go to the lowest level possible. If you don't have a basement, an inner room is good. Avoid the windows, avoid the doors. Don't run around closing windows. That's a myth, and you don't have time to do that anyway. These green areas are the best place to go. You're away from the windows. You got walls protecting you. In a closet is the best, and then a hall or stairs, you can see that. You don't want to be outside. If you're outside, definitely go indoors. And if you're in the basement, that's the best place to be. In the basement, the same thing. Go to the innermost part of your basement. Now, you can get warnings a lot of different ways. The best way is to watch us here and get them. If we have a tornado warning, we will be interrupting programming and showing you exactly what's going on with that, where it is, and what you need to do. You get the apps. You can download our app. You can, I'd say the best thing is to watch us or, a weather radio, which operates without power. They operate on batteries too, in case you lose power. Those do cost money. I think you can get one for $20 or so. They got higher end ones, but the best thing is to watch us because we'll be showing you exactly what's going on live as it happens and be telling you what to do. Now let's talk about our forecast overall. Right now we have partly to mostly cloudy skies, and today we were seeing a slight chance for some severe thunderstorms. Fortunately, we didn't see that. Maybe a couple of lightning bolts. Now, after this cold front goes through, this is a pretty strong cold front. After it goes through, there's cold air behind this. And it's freezing air. We're talking about possibly being below 32 degrees Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. So we have weather impact alerts for those mornings as well. The most dangerous thing is definitely tomorrow. Tomorrow's cold front coming through and a chance for severe thunderstorms. But we want you to be aware that Monday night into Tuesday, that's when this freeze watch is in. They might put another one out for Tuesday night into Wednesday. Both of those nights look to be below freezing. Right now we're at 73 degrees, and it's not too bad of a day. That's good. We want to see as few thunderstorms as possible. Temperatures across the area are in the mid to upper 60s and low 70s. There's the cold front. This is what we're talking about here. And you can see that line. It's a thin line, which is good. We want this thing to go through and affect us as little as possible. But with this line of thunderstorms out there, they have, I said it as a history of tornadoes, they've had a few tornado warnings out there. That, like I said, they've been a little bit farther to the north, and you saw where the red area is. It comes into our area, but a lot of it's to the north. There's still a chance that we could see some tornadic activity tomorrow. That's coming through. That'll be here tomorrow. Now, ahead of the front, there are going to be a few showers and maybe a couple of thunderstorms possible as well. We'll be tracking that as well through the morning hours. Right now, you can just see very scattered in nature. All the thunderstorm activity is out over the coast. Warmer weekend temperatures are on the way after this big cool down. And of course, we have the biggest thing is tomorrow's weather impact alert as far as the severe weather potential goes. And that's our best chance, maybe even the only chance we have for rain over the next several days. So that's the particularly the dangerous day. I mean, the cold, a lot of people probably may assume that freezing is over and they can, leave their plants out and stuff. Just be aware of that. Now, here's the model data. There's the cold front where it is right now. And here's how it approaches us. This goes through the overnight. Notice how there's some showers, maybe even a couple of thunderstorms in there. It's a little disturbance ahead of the front that may give us a couple of thunderstorms. These could become severe, but the best chance for severe is going to be along this line. Now, this is at 9 a.m. This model does show it dissipating, but it did that last week on Thursday morning. It showed it dissipate a little bit, and we still had some severe weather. So just be aware of that. There is that chance, even with this dissipating a little bit, with that front. Notice the timing there, anywhere from late morning into the early afternoon when it passes, and then maybe a few showers back behind that. But behind that cold front as well is that very cold air. You see the snow there in the mountains. Tonight we could see, I'd say partly cloudy or mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures are going to be, warm, ridiculously warm for the overnight hours, and a chance for a couple of showers, maybe even a thunderstorm. But most of the thunderstorm and severe weather activity is not expected until the front tomorrow. 62 tonight. A few storms are possible. And then tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow, just make sure you're staying tuned, you're staying updated. If you can't watch us, get the app or watch us. You can watch online too, and we'll show you exactly what's going on with these strong to possibly severe thunderstorms. So there's the weather impact alert. Now, it's tomorrow, like I said, is the most dangerous period when that front goes through, late morning into the afternoon. And then we also highlighted Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning because temperatures look to go below freezing. We don't want you to be caught off guard by that. And it's going to be cool Tuesday for St. Patrick's Day, too. 52, only 53 Wednesday. Then we see a warm-up. We do dry out after this front goes through tomorrow and maybe a couple of lingering showers behind it. We dry out and warm up for the weekend, next weekend. But our primary focus is for tomorrow, and we'll keep you updated. And we'll have the latest for you tonight at 11. And, of course, we'll be tracking this all day long tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Get that plan in place. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up tonight at 11.